Hello. I hope you guys are having an awesome day because you guys are awesome. So today, the title of this is gonna be how you can pass the Nasm Cpt exam 6th edition. Well, this is how I pass anyways, but we're all different. But there are 5 things that helped me prepare for the exam. The first thing first is prepare. Like, give yourself a timeline to study and then to take the exam. It's so simple, but yet we don't do it. But yet we procrastinate shit, especially when it comes to testing and exams. We like to procrastinate that. Well, at least I do anyways. But create yourself a timeline when you're gonna study and then take the test, because if you like hold that off or you procrastinate studying and like what you just know, like fresh from your memory, it's gonna like kind of slowly like fade away. Well, at least for me. Give yourself time to study it. I only studied for 2 weeks and then I went to take my exam the Friday 13th of December. And yeah, it really helped me out because I studied every single day. Because if I give myself 2 weeks just to study every single day for like an hour or two, then that gives me more confidence and more like, yeah, more confidence that I'm gonna pass the exam. So yeah, give yourself a timeline. Create a timeline, okay? Don't procrastinate unless you're a wholly different, completely opposite of me, and then you can like take the exams best when you're under pressure. I mean, I never met a person who like can ace an exam under pressure and they're like with no even barely even studying. Props to you if you guys do that though. Props to you. Second thing is I bought the CPT Pocket Prep. They had just the basic free version, which is only like 10 questions. It was not enough. But then you have like 2 choices that you can upgrade from that. I think it's, if I can remember, I think it's like the classic, and which is for $14.99. It comes with 400 exam questions, and also you can study a specific ones that you are like having trouble like remembering. And also they also have another which is called the ultimate, and which is 800 practice question exams. And also you can study specific subjects on areas where you are struggling on, which is $34.99. I'm cheap, so I went and purchased the $14.99 one, but then eventually I ran out of questions to I ran out of exams to learn, so I bought the ultimate, which was additional $14.99. But it worked out in the end because honestly, for my exam, that I remember the questions were mainly on the CPT Pocket Prep. So and I used, third thing is I used mnemonics, no, I can't pronounce shit. Hold on, I'll use my phone real quick. I cannot pronounce this, and I've already googled this shit up. Okay, mnemonics. I don't know how I spell mnemonics. M-M-E. Hold on, give me like 5 minutes. Oh, okay. Okay, what she said. Mnemonics. You hear that? Mnemonic. I use mnemonic to help me especially memorize the overactive and underactive muscles. I couldn't pass. I just couldn't remember it for shit because there's so many of them that you have to memorize, which is lengthen and short and all that stuff. Basically, it's a device such as pattern of letters, ideas, or associations that assist in remembering something. So let's say like feet turns out, right? Right? Yeah, your feet turns out, which muscles is, overactive. And of course it's the soleus, the lateral gastro, and the I forgot the bicep femoris. And so basically I took those first letters, yeah, of the word would be S, L, B, and I remember, for some reason, I remember the crate. I think of the weirdest, stupid shit. Not stupid, but just the weirdest. I think the weirder, the better, because mine was SLB. Mine was Save Lila's Ball. Lila is my daughter, so I was like, oh, Lila, because, you know, of course she's my daughter, she's my life. I'll remember that. Save Lila Ball. That's how I remember the overactive muscle of the feet turning out. So yeah, that's how, yeah, it helped me really well, because honestly there was like a lot of pretty good questions, five at least, or maybe 5 or 6 questions about the underactive overactive muscles, but the most questions I got was just about the knees caving in and the feet turning out, and a little bit of the rounded and rounded shoulders. So yeah. The fourth one is that I like this was my notebook that I actually wrote questions that I missed. So I don't know, I am not really organized. I basically used this book to write down the questions that I missed, and I went back over it. I went back and look at it over like 2 or 3 times a week before I went to start my exam. I'm sorry. But yeah, I wrote down the questions I missed and then wrote the correct answers, and I just studied from that just in case that if it you know popped up on the exam. Last but not least is number 5. I forgot a lot of research, and I googled things up just to get more like gain more knowledge and stuff. So I, of course, I'm pretty sure you guys already did this and you guys came up with these 2 websites. Was hold on. So I googled and it came up, PT Pioneers and Fitness Mentor, and those are really great, but I never bought anything of their program. And they have like this like sample study guides and like quizzes that you can do. I never used the flashcards. Honestly, I hate flashcards, so I just never used flashcards. But it's really good to just to expand your knowledge, because you never know what's gonna be on the exam, because my exam is gonna be totally different from yours. But what I do know is from taking the exam and passing it, mainly I think overall for the NASM, you just gotta remember the OPT model and the overactive and underactive muscles, and of course like the tempos and like how many sets and reps for each phases. And I got a lot of, for some reason I got a lot of questions about the dumbbell chest press. So like where should you spot, you know, when a client is doing a dumbbell I can't freaking speak, a dumbbell chest press, you know, do you spot, you know, the elbows, the wrist, you know, like that. For some reason I got at least 3 or 4 questions on it, and hopefully I got all the correct. You gotta learn from the exam. From I remember I seen some of them of the progression and regression of the exercises. So like if a client can't perform like a cable, the wood chop, what's the correct word, the cable chop on the machine, what is the immediate regression would be, you know, of course on the knees, right? So we got there's a lot of pretty good questions for the progression and regression. And I think that's pretty much it. I think if that's I remember, because I was sweating as fuck, like my armpits were sweating when I was taking the exam. Oh yeah, I was. And it took me maybe like less than an hour to take it, but then I went back to just to make sure you know, I answered most of the exams correctly. And also I saw a few about of the subjective and objective assessment. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm sorry for rambling a lot because this wasn't really structured, but it was. I just wrote down my 5 tips on what I did, and I didn't really, yeah, that's it. I just went with the flow. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this a big thumbs up if you guys found this somewhat helpful, hopefully. And for those who are going to take their exam, I wish you good luck. You guys can do anything if you set your mind to it. It's basic as fuck, but literally, like, set a time, create a timeline for when to study and then take your test. Don't wait, because that shit's gonna get out of your head. And just mainly know about the OBT model, the underactive and the overactive muscles, and the forms of the, oh, and also I also have in the exams, I think I saw at least 3 or 4 questions about like to do like the perfect form of the exercise, but I can't really remember what it was, but that was on there. So yeah, I hope you guys find this helpful. Until next time, bye.